Hello everyone, welcome back. So I'm going to do a review on the Pillow Talk Beautyverse Love Palette. This is limited edition. It's from Charlotte Tilbury. The packaging is just lovely. However, it does leave some finger marks, but it's not as bad as some of the other palettes. It's quite different to the Christmas palette. The shades inside are beautiful. I don't know why a lot of people don't like these. A lot of people aren't in love with this palette, but I don't understand why. I'll be doing some swatches for you. So I'll be doing some with a primer and some without. So I'm going to start off with some finger swatches. So the first shade is Futuristic Pink. It's a matte shade, and then you've got Cyber Post, Supernova, Smolder, and then you've got Virtual Romance. So those are the first 4 shades. All of them are matte. And then moving on to the other shades, so it's Offline. Then you've got Pillow Talk Beautyverse Party Topper, and then you've got Pixie Pink Crystal Glow. The Party Topper and the Crystal Glow look quite similar. But I feel like you've got more fallout with Crystal Glow. And then you've got Rose Gold Realm Crystal Glow. And the last one is Digital Pink, which is a really nice shade. It blends out lovely. So that's all the shades swatched with the finger. Moving on to brush swatches. So I'm quite shocked about the brush swatches. As you can see here, it's not picking up a lot of pigment. So the first shade again is Futuristic Pink. And I'm going in quite a bit, but on the other side, on the primer side, I've only had to go in once. And the shade is a lot more pigmented and it blends a lot better. Move on to Cyber Rose. Yeah, again, it's not picking up pigment properly, and you can see I am going into the pan with quite a lot of force. And then that's with the primer side. Again, it's showing up a lot better. Going into Supernova Smolder. So initially in the finger swatches, these looked quite different. But if you can see in the brush swatches, they do look quite similar with a slight undertone difference. However, with the primer swatches, you can really see the difference in colour. I'm quite shocked about this swatch here. So this is Virtual Romance. It is quite pigmented, but the side without any primer is not showing up at all. Offline is this shade here. It's like a greenish dark. It's quite a dark colour. On the lids, it looks beautiful. And it's actually one of my favourite shades in this palette. And then you got Pillow Talk Beautyverse. So this is nice for the inner corner highlight. It's nice all over the lid as well. And you can see I'm trying to really dig in, but it wasn't really going on. But on the primer side, it goes on much better. Moving on to Pixie Pink. Pixie Pink has a lot more fallout, I think, compared to Pillow Talk Beautyverse. And you can see that I've literally taken a chunk out of the palette trying to get it out, but it's just really hard to layer it with the brush. Even on the primer side, this was struggling. It is a really nice shade there, but I feel like they're very similar, those two shades. Moving on to, I'm just going to bring you in a little bit. And now moving on to Rose Gold. And you can see these shades were really struggling without a primer. And I'm just swiveling. This is the primer side. It does slightly better with the primer, but it's not as, it was quite difficult to work with until this point. So what I did is I swerved my brush inside the pan. It was a lot better. So the last shade was beautiful. It's Digital Pink, and you can see that it's the best swatch out of all the 4 shimmer shades. It's a really nice pink. And it looks beautiful on the primer side as well. So overall, these shades perform a lot better with the primer. And if you're using it without a primer and just with a brush, you're not going to get a huge payoff. And that's the case with other brushes as well, because I've used this palette a few times now and I've had the same results. So if I wanted to intensify a colour, I used it using my finger. But that's all the shades. Let me know what you think. Do you like this palette? So that's side by side. So you've got one side that's finger swatches and the other side's got swatches with the brush. And in order going down, you've got all the names of the eyeshadow. Second. Before I go into the tutorials, I just wanted to state that I am not a professional makeup artist and this is my first time playing with eyeshadows in years. I just want to show how user-friendly it is for a beginner, as the reviews I normally see on YouTube are by very, very talented makeup artists and lovers. It's nice to see it in action by someone that's not as experienced. In addition to this, I was very conflicted when filming this, or even before I was filming this, just because I don't do my eyebrows on a regular basis and I just don't feel the need to wear foundation every day. So I feel like that's what the normal beauty standard is. And I feel like that's not what you normally find online. Therefore, a part of me felt the need to do this video with my eyebrows done and with foundation and all the clear skin and everything. However, that's not me. And that's not me being authentic and honest to all of you. And putting myself out here, so zoomed into all of my imperfections or the vast ideas of beauty standard, is very difficult. So please show some love. I'm trying to get the camera angles right, so I really do apologize if you can't see everything clearly. I have tried to bring you in as much as I can. So just bear with me on that. I'm sorry this has been such a long disclaimer, but thank you so much for watching. So the base I used was soft ochre black, and then the first shade that I'm going to put the lid is futuristic pink. So on the swatches, it gave a more of a pinky undertone, but on my eyelids, you can't really tell much. It looks quite muddy on my eyes. But yeah, I'm putting that all over, making sure that it's blended well. There's no sharp edges. And then I'm going in with Virtual Romance on the corner of my eye. I'm just really concentrating it on that one side. However, I'm making sure I'm adding to it really slowly. And then I'm adding offline to the outer corner as well, just for a bit more depth. I'm just trying to concentrate that. I had to pack this one on quite a bit, but it did look really nice. It's ended up being one of my favorite shades in this palette. So you can see me blending that into my crease, just so there's no harsh lines. And then I couldn't get this bit on the camera. I just used to push it all the way out. And then I'm adding futuristic pink onto my eyelid. I'm using my finger because I wasn't getting a lot of payout with the brush. And then I'm using pixie pink in the inner corner. Moving onto my eyelid ever so slightly. And then to finish it off, I've got a black eyeliner and I'm just going to add some mascara. So this is the look I used for my wear test. And guys, I don't do my eyebrows and I wasn't going to do it for the video just because I want to be as authentic as I can. And I don't want to do something that I normally don't do. But that's the eye look. It was quite easy to do. I've not done eyeshadow for a very long time, for a few years now. So it wasn't very difficult to get back into it. So this is after 8 hours now. So if you see me when I blink my eyes, you can see some creasing there, just right there. The inner corner shadow stayed put. I've not had any real problem with it. I do have slightly hooded eyes, so maybe that's why I've got that creasing there. And I've got it on the other side as well. I've extended the first look to add offline all over the top and bottom eyelid. And then I've got Pillow Talk Beautyverse in the inner corner. Then I've put some slight eyeliner just over my lash line. So you can use that as a look in itself, or if you want to add a bit of spark to it, I've added digital pink. And I really like this look. And I feel like just because it's marketed to look like, give you a light wash of colour and nice soft looks, doesn't mean you can't have like nice dark intense looks with it. I really like using the offline shade and then using any of the glitter shades on top. Let me know what you think. Did you like this palette? Will you be buying it? I don't know why this palette isn't getting a lot of love. I do really enjoy it, but thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and follow for more. Bye.